To me, these two shapes are the most quick and painless shapes that we have in three-dimensional stuff because the formula is really simple and they're perfectly round. And if they're perfectly round, that means really all they have is a radius. So up top here, we have a sphere, which is just a ball, okay? Basketball, baseball, not football, obviously, but basically anything else is going to be a sphere. Sphere only has a radius, all right? But then just remember this. Radius is half the diameter, okay? So because you constantly, in these problems, if you need the radius, you're going to get the diameter. And if you need the diameter, you're going to get the radius. So we have to be on the lookout for those things in there. But we also have to not fall in the trap and say, well, yeah, I always divide this by 2 because maybe you don't have to this time. All right, so just make sure that you're careful with that. The next one here is a hemisphere. A hemisphere is literally half of a sphere, all right, which means that you're going to do the same thing when you do the volume, just chop it in half. Okay, don't do anything else crazy in terms of the radius. If the radius is 5 of the sphere, the radius is 5 of the hemisphere. So we have to make sure we understand that. It's just taking that sphere and just slicing it in half. There's nothing else that we'll have to do with it. Hemisphere is a common question because if we're going to use, a lot of times they're filling these things full of water and they're doing different things like that with them. If that's the situation, then you're going to be more likely to have a hemisphere than a sphere because a sphere is not going to have an open top that we can put something into. So be ready for hemisphere questions and remember that we've got to take care of this right here, divide the volume by 2 anytime we see one.